Hi, it's Olivia Sayward of White Rabbit Journeys. I offer one-on-one sessions in Berlin and online using either QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique, which was developed by Dolores Cannon, BQH, which is Beyond Quantum Healing, from Candace Craw Goldman, and also techniques and experience from introspective hypnosis, which I took with Antonio Sangio and Alba Weinman. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the different ways that our intuition can express itself in hypnosis sessions or in past life regressions, because we sometimes have the idea that we're going to go into a session and it's going to be like a movie and we're going to be watching this whole um, life happen. And it isn't quite that. It's more a conglomeration of different sensations. Um, Basically, the energetic mirror to our five senses that we have in normal life. So in a session, you might have your answers coming through and you might be experiencing the scene through bodily sensations, through just knowing, like downloading the information kind of immediately and then having to almost like unpack it. You can get pictures. You can get, some people even get smells or hear things, but that's maybe a little bit rarer. And then also just hearing things in sentences. So getting information kind of as fully formed sentences. So today I'm just going to tell two different stories about sessions that I did where we kind of had to work around the fact that the person either didn't get images or wasn't able to get clear sentences. Um, so the first story is I had a client and she wasn't able to, in the part where we connect to the higher self, she wasn't able to channel and let the information come through her mouth in full sentences. And so the way that we worked around that was that I invited a guide of hers to come in and to translate for her. And what happened was this guide came in and pantomimed the answers to her questions. So she saw this figure, I think, I can't remember, it's kind of like a grandfatherly figure, if I remember correctly. And this guide basically either pantomimed the answers, whether it was about health or relationships or anything else. If the guide found a clever way to show her the information through movement and pictures, and even like puppeting the answers when it was more about like relational topics. So that was extremely like quite entertaining and also just really reassuring that you will get the answers that you need and that you're looking for, even if you think you can't visualize. Then one of your other senses will jump in and do the work. And then recently I had a client who didn't really get things in pictures. So she also told me ahead of time in meditations, etc. She doesn't see things. Um, So I asked her, okay, so how do you um, receive insight? Because she was very intuitive. And she said it was more like body sensations and feeling the energy. And so in her session, basically she didn't get pictures, but we were just kind of like in a healing space for the majority of the session. And she could sense the energy. She could sense that there were helpers around who were looking after her and aiding her body. And when we got to some of her questions around life, then she got the answers kind of in a feeling, a knowing, or feeling certain energies in certain areas of her body. So it may not be quite as straightforward as just like describing a picture that you're seeing, but it's still just as effective. And it's one of the beautiful things that happens in these sessions is just like figuring out how your intuition works, how you download information, how it flows through you, because every single person is honestly quite different, and there are people who may actually have a rather movie-like experience, but in the majority of cases, it is more a combination of um, different modes of input. So thank you for listening, and if you want to book a one-on-one online or in-person session, you can find my website below, and I would be happy to work with you.